Okay, we're talking about one time. There's gum here, mints here, whatever you want.
How does this make you feel? How does this make you feel? I'm serious.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh,
He
dude.
doesn't, he doesn't know who this is. He has no clue.
Are you at the age yet where you're starting to think about voting? Please do.
All right, guys, you're
Please
here
do.
for home loan questions. Remember, load up that chat box. We're here to answer your questions about what does it take to buy a house? What down payment do I need? What credit score do I need? How many years of employment do I need? All the questions and thoughts that you guys have about buying a house, put them in this chat box. We're going to answer them for you live right here. We're going to call you out. And remember, we get a lot of questions. So hang in there while we're answering your questions, okay?
Whoville hater, man. I love when you start out like that. Hey, if I'm not first, I'm last. Hey, Whoville, this is very important. That's one of our favorite movies ever. Talladega Nights. I think it is the best movie of all time. Yeah, of all time. Nothing comes close. Nothing. Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you're last. All right,
Thank you, Sexy Black. Thank you for the questions. Remember, guys, load up the chat box. We're going to answer all of them. Sexy Black asks, how much should I have saved if I'm in Michigan?
So, if you are in Michigan, you have a special amount that you need saved. 3.5%. But here's the little secret on that. It's not just Michigan. It's all across the country. It's 3.5% for an FHA loan. You can sometimes get away with 3% for a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. It's called Home Ready or Home Possible first-time homebuyer programs. However, you better have a really good FICO score if you're trying for Home Ready or Home Possible. Because if not, you're better off with an FHA. Way better off. Not a little bit. Way better off. So, today we're going to talk about one-time construct again. Because he actually went through the classes to become certified. He's very modest and he won't tell you. I'll tell you. So he went through the classes to become certified for one-time construct loans, which means you buy the land. You know what? The loan buys the land for you. The loan will buy the land. You buy the general contractor. You buy the general manager. You put together the plans. And then you build it from scratch. From I don't own the land to my loan bought the land. My loan paid the general contractor, the general manager. Oh God, they broke ground. They poured a foundation, put sticks up, put a roof up. Oh, now I can hang a picture on the wall. That's my house. That's a one-time construct, and it exists in FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac, all of them. So we are qualified to do USDA loans. When I say we, I mean he got the certification. So we are qualified to do USDA loans.
Yeah, all right, guys.
And
what, man? And what?
FHA?
And
VA?
And?
Fannie Mae?
And?
Freddie Mac?
Nice.
Yeah.
All of them. Okay. Whoville Hater said at least the best Will Ferrell movie. That probably is the best Will Ferrell movie.
Let me think about that. Yeah, maybe.
Step Brothers is close second.
Step Brothers badass.
Sexy Black,
Did we
you
just
are
become
welcome.
best friends?
Yep. You're welcome, Sexy Black. Apple user, $86,000 in income, 1,000 debt, 800 score.
Can you see us?
$75,000 down
You see how many
in my account.
There's 106 people watching us right now. 111 people. People going up. And this is not just on TikTok. We got some on Instagram. By the way, we're live on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we have a special guest in the office today. Special guest. His name is Mateo. Mateo's been with us for a very long time, and we're very happy to have Mateo. We're hoping to throw some really tough questions at us, either from business, from sales, from the economy, or buying a house. What do I need to be a first-time home buyer? Be sure and heart us up as we answer the questions. Go.
Thank you for joining us, Mateo.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What are your thoughts on the Trump situation?
What are we thought? What's your thoughts
This
on?
guy right here?
Yeah.
This guy right here?
We have to be careful, but I think the algorithms don't hit
Can't
it
say
so
his
hard
name.
anymore. Yeah.
Can't say his name.
For a while, if you would have said the name, the algorithms kind of shut you down and everybody disappears. So strange. But I don't think it's working like that. I think that man's a G. That man's a G. You know what? Seriously, if you get hit, if you've ever been shot or cut, you do not know the damage you have. And there's a saying, military guys know this, you don't know what you're made of till you've been under fire. Once you've had bullets fizzing, there's guys who think they're big macho dudes, and the minute the bullets fly, they duck like little, and they're toast. They're not good for shit. They're just a detriment. This man took one in the ear, like literally, and you don't know if it hit your head. You don't know how wounded you are. If you've ever been in a situation where you get hit, you're like, oh shit, I might be broken. I don't know if I am. He stood up and he said, fight. And that's you can't fake that. There's some people saying, well, that was staged. You can't stage a bullet hit you in the head, and your natural response when the adrenaline is flying is fight. That's in you. That's core.
I want to
man.
talk a lot more about this. We've got a bunch of questions about mortgages.
Hey, talk about mortgages. Sorry about that. I got all emotional and shit. I got tear going.
Jose, how many people can apply for a home loan to qualify?
Good question, Jose. Jose, the max we've done, I think it's 6 on a loan.
Yeah.
6.
I don't know if there is a max.
There is not a max. So here's how it works, Jose. It's pretty simple. Everybody, and by the way, I'll save you some questions because we get some people who ask this all the time. They're like, hey, can I use his credit and my income? Get real. No. Live in the world where the adults live. In the adult world, you have your credit, your income, your profile. You don't get to say, hey, bro, you make a lot of money. Can I use your income? Hey, bro, you got good credit. Can I use your credit? It doesn't work that way. Whoever is on that loan gets judged according to their credit and their income. Now, if there's more than one person, all we do is we click a button and we add another profile. And then the profile, we bring it, we pull their credit, we calculate their income, and that's the profile. We've funded loans with 6 people on there, but I've heard of people funding loans with a lot more than 6 people. So there is no limit, Jose. We can do as many as you want.
Apple user, $86,000 income, 1,000 debt, 800 score, $75,000 down, and I think you're saying in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in my is in New York.
Okay, it could be in my account, but yeah, in my. So at that amount, you're cracking 450, 500, somewhere in that range. 450,000, 500,000, somewhere in that range. I'm gonna have to talk about your property tax base. Thank you for all those hearts, by the way. I see the hearts flying in. We're gonna have to talk about your property tax base because property tax base is a big factor in whether or not you can afford a house. And your homeowner's insurance. Homeowner's insurance is another big factor on whether you can buy a house. So yeah, you're cracking that.
Thank you for the love, Apple user. Max Martinez, if I want to remodel my home that is paid for, any advice on how to get a loan?
Max, yeah,
You got a lot of options.
apply.
A lot of options.
That's it. If it's paid for, you have a secured asset. It's a secured loan. Those loans are pretty easy to get. And when it's highly secured, like let's say it's worth $500,000 and you want to borrow $100,000, well, the loan to value is 20%, which is amazing. So even if you did not pay that loan back, the bank's going to be made whole, and they look at that in the overall factor. So it's not the only factor. We do need income. We do need credit, but it is a big question in the overall factor.
There you go. All right, the Bean. How you doing, the Bean?
What's up, the Bean?
Who shot Kennedy? Are we talking mortgages?
Yeah, we're talking mortgages and anything controversial. Who shot Kennedy? Who shot my orange man? You know what? Guy's a G, man.
Because I only want to talk about one of them.
Okay.
I
don't even
don't want to talk about mortgages.
I don't want to talk about mortgages either, man.
There's
But
so
that's
many
how I make my
people that
living.
want us to help them, and they
Yeah.
need the direction.
Yeah, we give good advice. Sometimes it's not happy advice. So I get a lot of people pissed off when I tell them you earned your 560 FICO. A lot of people get pissed off at that, but whatever.
Okay, Sexy Black says, what do you guys know about MSHDA?
I think I'm talking about
I don't know what that is.
MSHDA. It sounds like you're talking about USDA or some version of that. So talk to me. Give me some more. Give me some more.
Minnesota Home Department Advantage. I don't know.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Do you do homes in New Mexico?
Yes, we do. I actually own land in New Mexico. I'm from Santa Fe, the hood.
And it
this
shows.
is for the raza.
It shows.
This is for the raza. I own a lot of property in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So yes, we do have, and I'm up in New Mexico once or twice a year. So yes, a lot of loans in New Mexico.
Randy Villarreal buying a quadplex.
Good. Quadplex still qualifies. We call it a fourplex, but same thing. It qualifies for Fannie Mae, FHA, VA, USDA, Freddie Mac. All of those quadplex. Let's do it.
Yeah, you have any questions about that, Randy? Let us know.
Ashley 1922 says, "What's up, guys?" To say, "What's up, Ashley?"
How you been,
doing?
Ashley? How you been? User 2897. Have you ever heard of uncommon mortgages? I am working with Embassy Bank and they only do 15 or 25.
Okay, so uncommon is another word for alt QM. Uncommon, so qualified mortgage. It's actually a title designation by the Dodd-Frank law, and that happened in 2012. Qualified mortgages are the guidelines that VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac have to follow, and they're in the qualified mortgage package. Anything outside of qualified mortgage is called an alt QM, alternative to qualified mortgage, and everything else falls out of that category. So yes, uncommon mortgage, alt QM.
All right, Erica, thank you for the love. Funeralia, thank you for the love. And Apple user is out.
I'm out. Oh, bummer. He's out.
Right.
Out of what?
Ashley,
Apples?
1922, prayers for Team Money. I'm so glad he's okay.
Ashley, respect. If you've been around for a little while, we don't tell you our political affiliations, but if you look at my shirts basically every day, you can figure it out. Pretty simple.
Ashley Heikman, but why talk politics with business?
Ashley, because mortgages are boring as shit, and politics are not. So there's that. You got that going for you.
User 3537, first time home buyer, K, $95,000, credit score 650. Can I qualify to buy a home?
If your $95,000 is income all day, every day, that 650 tells me you can go FHA, you can go Fannie Mae, you can go Freddie Mac, you can go USDA, and if you're a veteran, you can go VA. So 650 opens the door for all the loans. Your 95K tells me that you're qualified for about 420 to 480, somewhere in that range. And it's going to depend on property tax base and homeowners insurance and a few other factors. But if you really want to do it, give us a call.
Yeah, guys. So this scenario, very easy for us. I can say you're already qualified. We just have to figure out how much.
Yep.
If you want to get approved to buy a home loan, go to the link in the bio, select apply for a home loan now, or our phone number is there. We can talk about it.
If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. You can reach your badass loan officers, Chris and Lee at New American Funding, by dialing the numbers on the screen. But don't call right now because we will not answer. Both of our phones are on silent. We will not answer. Chris is on Instagram, giving some good advice. Lee's on TikTok, giving some good advice. This will disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bye.
John L., in closing, is homestead exemption accounted for or you're on the hook for full tax amount?
John L., homestead. It's a very, very, very interesting topic. And if you dig into it, it's not so easy to figure out, but I'm going to figure it out for you. Here's what it is. Let's say you own a house that's worth, let's call it $700,000. And your county says, hey, you know what? We'll give you a homestead exemption for $115,000. Okay, cool. That sounds great. Then the county assessor comes out and says, hey, your home that's worth $700,000 is really worth $615,000 from an assessor's eyes. And you're like, okay, this is a lot of numbers. Yeah, but I use a homestead exemption. All right. So instead of 615, it's now worth 500,000 from a assessor's perspective. Now, guess what number you pay tax on? 500,000. Whatever the going rate in your area, so let's say it's 2%, you pay 2% on $500,000 instead of paying 2% on $615,000. That's a homestead exemption.
D. O. Allen 14, I'm buying an investment property. Will my rate be higher because of that? If so, how much?
D. Allen 14, it will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, be higher. It will be higher. And not a little bit higher, not a little bit plus a little bit higher. It's going to be a lot higher because investment properties, always higher than primary residence, always. And you need 20% down on investment property. 20% down. So, hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So, guys, when you're going into an investment property, you're taking risk. You're becoming a business. The bank is depending on you to be able to fill that property with the renter to pay the rent and make the money, yada, yada. And if that risk increases, so does the cost of borrowing the money.
Ruth says, tap the screen.
Thank you, Ruth. We appreciate you.
You know what? If you were here, I'd buy you a Starbucks right now, Ruth. I would say no limit. You can even have a grande if you want. Even a grande.
An Ariana Grande?
What?
I'll take one of those.
All right.
Sexy Black, what do you guys know about MSHDA? We already asked that, but
Yeah.
you did say down the road that it's somewhere in Michigan, so we'll get into that in a second. Ash Kang 19, what would construction loans look like? I have vacant land in Colorado.
Okay, Ash Kang 19, Ash Kang. Okay, yeah, the Kang. So, Ash Kang, we don't do construction loans. None, zero, none. I don't know what they look like. However, we do one-time construct loans. One-time construct is going to be your primary residence. No question about it. Has to be your primary residence. You can own the land. If you own the land, that can count as your down payment. That, you tell me, you're certified.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You heard that? You heard it right from him. Yes. And he's certified. Yes. You can use the land that you own as the down payment. And then you must get a general contractor, contract manager, and all of these other things in order to create this house that you are going to live in. It is not for you to build apartment complexes. It is not for you to build your investment portfolio. It is only for you to build your primary residence, which you must live in. In that situation, we do one-time construct. But construction loans, we don't do those.
All right. Jonker, Best Call Insurance, what is the name Cheap?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, restructure that, Jonker. Let's figure out what you're
Jonker,
saying.
give us a better question.
Sunshine Rain 2, when doing debt to income, do I include my utility payments?
Oh, Sunshine, an LO. You look like you're a loan officer asking you questions. We get a lot of loan officers in here trying to learn, trying to ask questions. We hope they give us some, advice every now and then. We haven't gotten any, but we're hoping for that. Do we count your utility payments in? No, 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 no. It's already factored into the overall algorithm. So once we calculate your income that we can use, usable income, which is not what you think it is. Usable income is usually different when you think it is. Then we calculate your liabilities that are reporting on your credit. If there's electricity in there or any other type of utilities, we ignore it.
Yep. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Keep hearting us up. If you like what you hear, if you like people that look like you, think like you, go ahead and tap that screen. Give us the hearts. Lopez 7. Are you able to get a home loan with an eviction still?
Lopez 7. Usually, yeah. When a loan officer pulls your credit, it doesn't say evictions on the credit pull. It doesn't say evictions. If your apartment complex paid in order to be part of the system, you might have lates on a mortgage or on a rent payment, and that sometimes shows up, but rarely. So evictions are usually not a problem unless you own the house. If you own the house, we don't call it an eviction. We call it a foreclosure. And the sheriff came in and nicely escorted you out the door so you can find a new place to live.
Yeah. Cloud. Will we see interest rates go down?
Cloud.
Will we?
Yes.
When?
I don't know.
Because that's the next question.
I don't know.
When?
Vegas is saying in September. There's an 80% chance of an interest rate cut in September. However, things are not looking good. And the last thing that the Fed said is the best thing he can do for the housing market is to allow it to do a natural correction. Now, when he said that, oh my God, people went crazy. They're like, he's going to make unemployment go through the roof. He said, no, it's a natural correction. And if you look at all his other statements, he said, hey, I'm willing to hold at the current rate for as long as it takes. And the current rate, 5.25. 5.25 and 5.5 is the Fed funds rate right now. So, what are the interest rates? If you went to the New American Funding website, which you can go to by going on our link at the top, and then going to cool stuff, today's rates, you would see that a VA is coming in at 5.75. An FHA is coming in at 5.75. A 15-year conventional, 5.75. 30-year conventional, 6.25. This is not a quote to you. This is what New American Funding is putting out to the world. In order for me to quote you, I'd have to pull your credit, calculate your income, check your assets, and then I can give you a quote. Why? Because I'm a licensed loan officer, 944-254. He's a licensed loan officer.
1066958.
We do that because, well, we don't want to go to jail.
Mystery Designs. What do you design? Do you have connections in Ohio?
Connections? I don't know what you need connections for.
What
I have.
are you trying
Okay,
to
so
do?
I'll tell you what, Mystery Designs. There's a few things. I got some connections like the mafia. I got a guy named FHA. He'll get you a loan. I got another guy named Fannie Mae. He'll get you a loan. Freddie Mac, one of my favorites. Yeah, we got some connections there. If you need a realtor, we have a network of top producing realtors that join this group every single day. If you need one, we'll find you one. We will find you a top producing realtor, and we will vet them. I literally get on the phone with these realtors and say, hey, I got a client that's qualified for $500,000. Would you like some business? What do you think they always say? Yes. Okay, cool. Here's the catch. My fiduciary responsibility to you is to the client. And if you're willing to service this client, give him good attention, give him the best possible service and get him the best possible deal, well, I'll give you a fully qualified client, but I'm going to watch you every step of the way. If those terms are acceptable, I have a client for you. Are they acceptable? The realtor goes, well, yeah, Lee, I don't usually have a loan officer check on me. I'm like, yeah, I don't know you, so I'm going to check on you. All right, cool. Here's the client. I'm going to create a group conversation. And then after I'm done, I'm going to call the client and say, hey, if there's anything that this realtor does that feels wrong, call me. Because I'm going to find out if it's wrong or it's right. And if it is, we'll fire him, move on. The realtors, they don't really like this, but they need the business, so they do it.
Yep.
And they give good service.
Mysteries Designs, we have the connections. Give us some hearts. Carms, question. What's the difference of selling your house to someone that pays cash versus using an agent? I don't think that's the same question.
Yeah, those are different questions, but I'll answer the question as is. So if you sold your house for $500,000 and you got $500,000 from someone who paid cash, you got $500,000. If you got $500,000 from someone who used an agent, you got $500,000. Either way, you got $500,000. So that's answering that question.
Yeah. Madison said, "Oh man,
I don't know what that means, but
Me
oh
either, but
man,
thanks for joining,
are you
Madison.
mad? Are you big mad, Madison?
Ash Kang. We already answered that one.
Yep.
Lisa, our biggest hurdle is closing costs for VA.
Lisa, connect. So VA is zero down. You know what the hurdle for that is? Nothing. Closing costs on a VA loan can range from 6 to 12 grand. So it's going to cost you something to get in, unless you have an amazing realtor. If you have an amazing realtor, they can do something called stacking the cost, but they need to know ahead of time. You can stack the cost. They can do something called a seller concession. So the seller pays for the costs. They can do something called, hey, I'll give up half my commission to help eat all of your costs. That's called an agent concession. They can do something called, hey, ask the loan officer to cover some of the costs. The loan officer can cover some of the costs, but it's not as simple as the realtor, because the loan officer has to increase the rate in order to give you some money so we can cover the cost. There's a lot of ways to do it. Hopefully you have a skilled loan officer and a skilled realtor helping you all the way through.
Yeah. Also, Lisa Brewer. We have a program for that. So if you want to get those closing costs covered and your agent isn't covering it, we got a program for that. Call us. If you guys are interested in getting a home loan, go to the link in the bio, select apply for a home loan now. It takes you about 2 minutes and we can get you started, or our phone number's there. We can talk about it. CD Legacy, I do own, but am I wrong for thinking that buying a home is overrated?
So CD Legacy, it's all personal. So there's a guy out there that I follow, not a big fan of his, but I do, no matter what, even if somebody's coming against what I'm saying, I look at their position. And this guy's name is Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey says you should never buy a house. A house is liability. So when I look at all the math and I'm like, well, how can you say that? And he says, well, when you're young, you have opportunity costs. Opportunity means that I can go from Los Angeles right now to New York. And if I don't own a home, I have an opportunity to move. So when I look at that, I go, yeah, there's some value in that. A little bit of value in that. There is. Yeah. Okay. So through those eyes, I can see that. But from a functional perspective, somebody who's paying rent right now at $3,000 a month, they have to pay rent the first of the month comes around, they have to pay $3,000. And if they did that for 3 years, they paid over $100,000 in rent. $100,000. If they owned a house, they would have at least paid down their loan a little bit. Not $100,000, but a little bit. They would have gotten some equity appreciation, and they would have gotten some write-offs. So, is it a good idea to own a house? Yes. Can there be a case for not? there's some guys out there that are pretty famous. Dave Ramsey's pretty damn famous. And he makes the case for not owning a house. I do not agree with him, not even a little bit, but I can see why he says that.
Yep. Someone said, Dan, I missed my answer. Ask the question again. We'll get to it
Yep.
again. No worries. What do you qualify for? A $1,200 home in a rural area. A dumb seller? $1,200 home?
In a rural area can be
What do you
Mena,
need to
Arkansas.
qualify for a $1,200 home?
A month. So I think he's saying $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month, which would be about
Okay, that's different.
about $150,000 house, somewhere in that range. If with a good tax base, 150,000. 150 can be found in Arkansas, some places in Tennessee, some places in Texas. 150,000 can get you something. It is rural, very rural. And in order to qualify for 150,000, you probably need about $40,000, $50,000 income, somewhere in that range. But you're getting really tight at the bottom. It's hard to make that happen.
Yeah. Delta, do you buy your clients lunch when you close a deal?
Sure. Are we about to close a deal with you, Delta? Do you want us to buy you lunch?
You want a sandwich?
Dude, I know a good Mexican
Want a
restaurant.
burrito?
What's the name of that Mexican restaurant? It's badass.
Anchos?
Anchos. Dude, Anchos in Riverside, top notch. When we close the deal with you and we give you keys, Anchos on us.
Homemade tortillas.
They're great.
Coyote, question. What states are the best opportunities for first-time home buyers?
Coyote, they all about the same. They're all about the same. Why? Because it has nothing to do with the state. The first-time home buyer programs are Home Ready and Home Possible, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. That's it. Those are the first-time home buyer programs. There's down payment assistance programs that are locally, most of them. There's a few national. We even have one that's proprietary to New American Funding. But the states, doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go. User 3537. Thank you guys for answering my question. And yes, I do make $95,000 consistently.
Let's get you a house. I got to say, let's get you a house. Keys to the house is all I want to say to you from now on.
Yeah. All right, guys, hang in there. We're going to get to every one of your questions, so hang in there. Don't leave. Max Martinez, do you recommend a HELOC, home equity line, personal, or a personal loan?
So Max, if you do a HELOC, you're leveraging your house. So they got a lien against your house, and they can foreclose on your house. They can. If you use a credit card, they can't foreclose on your house. So that's like the real big crux. Because of that, it's easier to get a HELOC because they can foreclose on your house. It's harder to get that same line for a credit card. It's going to depend on what you're using it for. Like, if you're going to buy a boat, probably not a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe for you. If you're doing it with something that's income generating, like I know someone who's doing it for an ADU, that's going to be income generating. Is it smart then? Probably smart then because it's income generating. But it's all case by case. So, yeah.
Randy, thank you for the love. Max,
Appreciate you.
Max said it's for remodeling. So, yeah, there you go, Max. Hope
So
you
it
can
may
remodel
increase your
house.
value. Yeah, it may increase
We
your
can
value.
help you, though. So
Yep.
give us a call.
We got HELOCs. We got HELOCs left and right.
Joe, how do you get a home to relocate my family to Missouri while I still work in California?
Joe, do you have a job in Missouri?
He's working on an exit strategy.
Yeah, everybody
Lot
wants
of
to get
people
out of.
are.
Everybody wants out of
Lot of
California,
people.
dude. Did
Elon
you see?
moved everyone to freaking
No,
Texas.
you're not going to bring that up.
Elon
Are you?
said, I'm out.
You're not going to bring that up,
I want to be out.
dude. You're not going to bring that up. Why would he? Why would Elon say that? All right, all right. Why would Elon say that?
Because he's smart.
Yeah, I think so too. So, I did this for somebody in Arizona not that long ago. He was in the pipe fitting business. I don't even know what that is, but I saw his income.
He fits pipes. Duh.
Pipes need fitting? All right, cool. Anyway, he was in the pipe fitting business and lived in California, but said, my company will transfer me to Arizona. And I said, cool. Do you already have the office? Oh, yeah, cool. Can you show me the letter that says they will transfer you? Oh, yeah, sure. Sends me the letter. I say, cool. It looks like on the 1st of April, you're transferring to Arizona. Let's get you a house. Underwriter said, wait a minute. You make your living in California. I said, yeah, but I got a transfer letter signed by the CEO of the company, says he's going to Arizona. Underwriter said, I agree with you. Let's get this man a house in Arizona. Successful closing. Yes, you can do it.
Yep. Bulldog Carts. Do you do construction commercial loans?
No. Easy.
But we do one-time constructions.
Yeah, we do one-time construction loans, but we do not do commercial construction. You're on the wrong TikTok, wrong Instagram, wrong Facebook, wrong YouTube. You need to go to the construction loan officers. I don't know if they have them.
All right. Mystery Designs. Do y'all work with people in Ohio?
We love working with people in Ohio. Oh, wait.
Hey,
to
that's where
go.
JD Vance is from.
Joe, dude, that JD Vance.
JD
bit,
Vance from
I'm
Ohio.
still trying to get my head around.
Respect.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my
Ohio.
head around that pick. I
don't know either.
You like it or no?
I have no clue. No clue, but he knows.
Yeah,
Raj
he knows.
Vinder, what's up?
Oh my God, Rajvinder makes me happy just to hear that name.
What's a good weather-friendly place to buy a vacation home in Texas?
Nowhere. Yeah,
Weather-friendly in
nowhere.
Texas?
Nowhere.
Man.
Nowhere.
You're either gonna drown or boil.
Nowhere. No, Rajvinder, I own a house in Austin, Texas. Most people that watch just know that. Okay, I've lived in Miami, Florida. It's hot there. I was stationed in the Navy in Guam. It's hot there, like hot. When I went to Austin, I was like, yeah, no worries. I've lived in Miami. I've lived in Guam. I was in Austin for that first year, and I was like, all right, this is hot. This is like on the same level as Guam, hot. Like right next to the equator, hot. It gets really hot in Texas. Everywhere you go is going to be, it's like weather friendly. California, you're spoiled in California. In California, we're like, hey, it's 98. It's ridiculously hot here. No, it's not. That's crap. Like ridiculously hot with zero humidity, nothing. That's nothing. And I know people say it's a dry heat. Go to a wet heat at 98 for a while and see if they're different. They're entirely different.
Yeah, wet heat
not,
sucks.
Not even a little
That's
bit.
worse.
Not a little bit different. I lived in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has that same sticky, muggy hot. Most places in Texas, you're going to find that. The only place that I found, I lived in the panhandle of Texas, Amarillo for a little while. And Amarillo had kind of a dry heat, but it was still pretty rough.
Newport, California. There's
Yeah,
weather-friendly.
Newport,
Closest,
yeah.
Closest to
All you
Texas.
need is $2 million and you're in. $2 million starter home.
And you still got a mortgage.
One bedroom, one bath. Yeah, one bedroom, one bath. Newport, you're good.
Miss Melissa V. Patel, Anthony, thank you for the
A lot of
love.
people following us today, man. That's
Samantha
great.
wants to know, where are you located?
Dude, Samantha, he's located right there. I'm located right here. Can't you see?
Facts.
Samantha.
Facts.
We're in Riverside, California right now, but we do loans in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. Guess how we know Puerto Rico? Because we found out.
Yeah, we found out as well.
Yep.
All right, here you asked your question again. Good job. Have you ever heard of an uncommon mortgage? That's that one.
Mm-hmm.
So have you?
Yeah, I already covered that. It's Alt QM.
Yeah, but they missed the answer. They want to know.
Alt QM. Yeah. So remember that QM is qualified mortgage. That is set up by the Dodd-Frank law that was passed in 2012. Dodd-Frank sets this parameters for loans, and they're called qualified mortgage. Those are Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, USDA, and VA. Qualified mortgage. Anything that does not fit in this category is called Alt QM. All loan officers refer to them as Alt QM. Alt QM is alternative to qualified mortgage. So when you talk about uncommon mortgage, that's an Alt QM.
Hey, you know who lives in the best weather conditions?
Who?
Mateo.
Yeah, Mateo, dude, this guy's a baller, man. He's like Orange County. Yeah, I live in Orange County.
No, not Orange County. Newport.
Newport, yeah. You live in Newport?
I do live in Newport.
Damn. Dude, how you live in Newport, man?
Ballin', that's how.
She's balling.
Miss Melissa Zambrano, y'all in Texas?
Yes, I'll be in Texas tomorrow. I'm gonna be up in. I have a house in.
So you gonna meet with Melissa or not?
Oh no, man! I want to get Melissa a house. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
We do loans in all 50 states. All 50. We do a lot of them in Texas, a lot of them in California, but we do them in all 50 states. A lot in Arizona, Nevada, Florida recently. We do loans all across the country.
Dodge City, Colorado Springs.
Rajvinder, lunch is here at Ancho's. When you show up in Riverside, we are good for you.
Yeah, we're gonna take you to Ancho's.
We're going to take you to Ancho's.
When you
and-
come into town.
Yep, Ancho's. You're going to love Ancho's, man. Ancho's is badass.
Sarah, are the national deep down payment assistance forgivable?
No. Easy. No. Okay. Down payment assistance programs always come with a catch. There's a catch. There's the national one, and the national one is not the local one. The national one is the New American Funding one. You have to pay back silent second.
It is forgivable.
Is it?
We could do both.
Oh, wait a minute.
But both.
Newsflash. Hold on.
Still come with the catch.
Okay, what's the catch?
Okay, so the answer to the question is yes.
Oh, shit, I'm wrong. Oh,
Yes.
dude.
Yes. Forgivable. There's two options. You can do the forgivable, or you can do the one that you pay back.
Oh, so I'm not wrong.
But
Or
it's
better.
not
Okay.
free money.
I was not- I
That's
was
what
shut-
he's getting to.
I was shutting you down for a second
It's
there, but
not
now
free money.
I'm not wrong.
Okay, no, he is wrong.
Not wrong.
Because if you
Not
play
wrong.
by the rules, it'll be forgivable. But if you play by the rules, you're going to have an extremely high interest rate that you're going to pay for a long time.
Yep.
There you go, sir.
Yep.
Caitlin Bruce, do you do USDA loans?
All day, every day.
Okay.
All day, every day. USDA, zero down. USDA.
What does USDA
low.
stand for?
United States Department of Agriculture.
Nice.
Yeah, you like that? So, zero down on USDA loan. Zero down, zero down. What? Yeah. GI, which is not MI. GI is lower than MI. Yay!
All right. Joe said he's a welding inspector out of California.
right,
he's the
cool.
one that wanted to move to Missouri, but works in California.
Joe.
He's a welding inspector.
If you can get a job at your wherever you're living and you can give me an ironclad offer letter. Ironclad means I will start this guy at $52 an hour, 40 hours a week, guaranteed. That's what it says on the offer letter, starting in November 1st. I can get you a job. I can get you a house off that offer letter as long as I have a 2-year work history and a good income. That's what I can get you it off of.
Caesar Navarre, 780 credit score, 10K down. It's a good start.
That's a good start, Caesar.
Fantastic
No doubt
start.
about it. You got a good start, no doubt.
The question is, do you have income? If you have income, I could say, hey, you're qualified, man. Let's figure out how much. You got to call us, though. Link is in the bio. Phone number's in the bio. Ash Kang, in order to get a one-time construction loan, does the land have to be paid off?
No. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's a no, no, no. That's what I tell my 15-month-old. No, no, no. And he looks at me and he goes,
No, you give him one of these.
no, 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 no. I swear when I say,
Listen to me.
no, no, no. He goes,
Ooh, you're going to have problems.
I know.
When you're 75 years old and he's 25 years
He's
old.
going to beat my ass.
Come on, old man. Come on, old man. User 93 or something. Houston. Do you do Houston?
No, he's saying the mild climate in
That is
Houston.
not a good
I don't
climate.
know if you've been in Houston for
That
the
is
last
not a
few
good
months.
climate.
There was a hurricane that wiped parts of Houston out, like kind of. Yeah. So actually, we've had a problem. I had a loan closing right outside of Houston, and we quoted the insurance as $100. And then after this disaster happened, it went to $239. I was still able to close the loan, but I could not believe it went from $100 to $239. Wow.
The great poet of the 1900s once said, sticky, icky, icky.
Wow.
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Dude.
That's Houston. Raj Vinder's laughing at you.
Okay, cool.
Caesar Navarre, $2 million down is crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, but Newport.
Newport, baby.
But by the way, if you haven't been to Newport, it's something to see, man. It's super high end. It's beautiful. And everybody there is in finance somehow. And they got fortunes, man. There's fortunes. in
Everyone
Newport.
has a Porsche for some reason. What's the most common car you see in Newport?
Tesla.
Tesla. Everybody has Teslas
Everybody has
everywhere.
Tesla, yeah.
Second, Porsche.
Yeah.
Everybody
Really?
has a Porsche in Newport.
Mercedes.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
That's true.
Okay,
'Cause
all
old
right.
and young. You're right.
All right.
Miss Conchas, hi, I'm from Arizona.
What's up?
You
Miss
do Arizona?
Conchas? Yeah, we do Arizona all day. In fact, one of our favorite realtors, her name is Karen DeZala. She's licensed in California and Arizona. We have lunch with her as often as we can. We try it every month, but as often as we can. And she closes a lot of loans in Arizona. So a lot of real estate, we do the loans. So yes, Arizona all day, every day.
All right. User 9323. I'm looking for a construction loan of $500,000, 700 credit, score 150 cash.
So user
Right up our
9323.
alley.
Yeah, except we don't do construction loans.
I don't think they know what they're asking.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a one-time construct, yeah, we can.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a construction loan and a one-time construct?
Okay, cool. One-time construct is absolutely going to be taken out by FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or USDA. That's absolutely going to be taken out, and the only way that can work is if it is going to be your primary residence. Not you said it's going to be your primary residence. It's going to be your primary residence, and we qualify you as it's going to be your primary residence. In that case, there can be a construction loan, but that construction loan is going to be taken out by FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or USDA. That's the difference.
There you go. All right. Ash Kang, in order to get a one-time construction, does it have to be paid? Okay.
Nope, we already
answered
covered that. Nope.
Thank you for the love, Raj Vinder.
Raj Vinder in the house. Appreciate you.
Lissy, how do I legally delay my closing date?
You talk to your realtor and they legally disclose. But if you locked Lissy, if you locked, you are going to, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Not a little bit of money, a lot of money. Because when you locked your loan in order to get closing, you locked it for, let's say, 30 days. All right, cool. So everything is designed to be closed at 30 days. And the cost was, let's say you paid $2,000 to lock that loan for 30 days. And then you say, you know what? I want to extend this for 60 more days. All right, cool. What is the lock extension for 60 days right now, off the top of your head?
What do you mean, like a 30-day extension?
Two 30-day extensions
They're half a point each.
for each 30-day extension.
Cost, yeah.
So you'll probably pay up anywhere from 5 to 15 grand to extend it for 60 days. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range?
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you. That's just the lock extension. Just the lock extension.
Ash Can. We already answered that one.
Yep.
Cassie, what do you mean pay plus the rules with no down payment assistance? What do you mean pay plus by the rules with down payment assistance? Pay plus by the rules. Okay, with down payment assistance, here's what it is. Okay, down payment assistance gives you the money for the down payment. They're letting you borrow the money, okay? Usually there's about a 3 years that you have to live in the house before it's forgiven. If you do anything before that, you're going to pay it. It always has a higher interest rate. I don't know what your question means, but down payment assistance is not a give me. There's strings attached. You're going to pay for it somehow. It helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
For those that have the down payment that don't need the program, don't use it.
Yeah, don't use it. Don't use
You're going
it.
to save money that way.
Yeah.
Being honest, you're going to save money. But if you don't have the money and this is the only way that means you become a homeowner, it's an okay program.
Yeah.
Caitlin Bruce, what do you need to qualify for a USDA loan?
Well, first, the property has to qualify. That's the unique thing about a USDA loan. USDA loan qualifies the property prior to the buyer. Because
Look at that.
if we don't get the buyer, I don't get it. What's happening?
We're frozen.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
Well, there's a button right there in the bottom.
Oh, did we disconnect?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so USDA qualifies the property prior to qualifying the buyer. And the way you do that is simply go to USDA.gov, put in the address. If the property qualifies, it'll be green with a thumbs up. Did it again. Green with a thumbs up. If it doesn't qualify, it'll be red. It's really pretty simple. So once the property is qualified, then we start qualifying the borrower. The borrower can qualify, but there's some catches on USDA. Like for instance, there's income limits on USDA. There's sometimes when you make too much money. USDA says, yeah, we're not going to give you a USDA loan. You got to go with FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or something like that because you make too much money. That does happen occasionally. So that's the process.
Okay, right on. CD Legacy says USDA equals high mortgage payment.
I don't know about that.
Well, here's the truth, guys. When you go with zero down, like USDA is traditionally zero down. VA is traditionally zero down. If you're borrowing $400,000 and you put $50,000 down, you're borrowing $350,000. That's your mortgage payment. If you're going zero down VA, you're borrowing $400,000. That's your mortgage payment. So if you're not putting money into it, yeah, your mortgage is going to be higher. But traditionally, USDA and VA are going to have a lower interest rate. So there's arguable there. Nimra, can I still be considered first-time homebuyer if my dad is my cosigner? Good question. Very good question.
Are you a first-time home buyer? If you are, yes.
Very good question.
Yes. Are you? If you are, yes.
There you go. Thomas Rangel, is it possible to use your retirement 403B or 457, I think, towards the purchase of a house?
So there's something in a 403B, which is a teacher's program, or a 457, which is a union workers program, where there's something called TOW, terms of withdrawal. And most of them are set up, if you're buying your first house, they allow you to take some of the money out. You must be vested, and we have to fit within the terms of withdrawal in order to do it. But yes, all day, every day, we do it all the time.
Right. User 9323, I'm self-employed with a 700 credit score and $150,000 cash with 5 acres to build on.
User 9324, it sounds like you should call us. We can get you a house.
Yeah, I like that. So we can build you a house. We can't build you a bunch of units. We can build you a house.
One house.
Yep. Miss Conchas from Arizona again.
What's up, Miss Conchas?
Sarah, what are the average interest rates for someone with a 780 credit score right now?
Well, Sarah, we'd have to build your profile. But I can tell you that New American Funding is putting out, if you went to the website right now, they're saying the VA 30-year fixed, 5.75. FHA, 5.75. 15-year conventional, 5.75. 30-year conventional, 6.25. Now, that is a very unique, very low interest rate. You have to have a really good FICO score and a really good debt-to-income ratio. But if all of that stuff lines up, you are good to go. So give us a call. We will help you.
Like it, love it. Rebecca, or actually Jason, thank you for the love. Rebecca says, Chevron difference, construction, loans are fraudulent.
Okay, so that got into a whole different. So do you know what she's saying when she says Chevron difference? Okay, so the Supreme Court just passed a law that says, and I'm now putting it together in my brain. Thank you very much, Rebecca. That says the head of a department cannot set up the rules that everybody has to follow by. So what she's saying is the head of the USDA set up a set of rules that no longer is allowed to be implemented. I never thought about it from that angle, but you might be right. They're not fraudulent until they're fraudulent, and until then, it's an agreement. So a loan is agreement. It's an agreement between the bank that says, hey, here's the rules, and if you meet these guidelines and these rules, I will lend you money. You are voluntarily entering into a contract to borrow money. Now, because they are the lender, they get to set the terms. So now I think your thing is falling apart right now. It's falling apart in my brain because the Chevron deference means that the head of an organization cannot create blanket laws that everybody has to follow by. And because it's not a law, because it's a voluntarily, I'm entering into a contract and the USDA is offering to lend me or guaranteeing a loan based off of these parameters, I think that line of thinking falls apart, but I do get it.
So are you taking the assumption that the USDA or VA or FHA is the government?
No, the head of USDA. So that's what the deference means is the head can't say, hey, these are the rules from now on. That's what the rules are because I'm the head of this organization and that's the law. The Supreme Court said, no. That is too powerful and too wide. The head can then come in and change it, and those are no longer the laws anymore, and we can change to a different law. Well, what this person is saying, Rebecca is saying, is that the USDA came in and set up a set of laws, and you have to follow those laws. But I'm saying a step back is that it's not a law, it's an offer to lend and an insurance of a product. So it's a little bit different than I have to follow the law.
Yeah, well, the bank set up the terms, USDA insures.
Correct.
It's the bank lending.
Yeah.
Okay. Diego, away with no money, is that right? Away with no money.
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Ask that again, Diego.
Yeah,
Clarify that.
I'd make that a different question, Diego.
Jason, how many interest points do lenders typically let you buy down for a VA loan?
Jason, good question. There are guidelines. 9, right? I think you can go down to 9. You can go down to 9 points, and we have this chart in our office, and I don't have it off memory, but some loans will let you do 3% buy down, some 4%, some 6%, and some 9. I think VA, 4. Just came to me. 4. Okay. It's 4.
Okay, so Cassie said, sorry, that's not the way I was supposed to ask that question.
Yeah.
It was a typo. Okay, ask it again, Cassie, so we can clarify this and get you down the right.
Dude, I'm lost. Where are we?
Boucher.
What's up, Boucher?
Bobby Boucher. So, say you make $100,000 in Cali or Texas. Cheaper homes do have loans vary on where you live. Loan amount. Say you make $100K, Cali or Texas. Okay, so cheaper homes don't dictate the loan amounts. It's the county. Counties have loan amounts. So let's start there.
Do homes have loans?
Loan limits.
Yeah. So there are loan limits in every county, and that's set up by the government. It's pretty easy to find. Mm-hmm. But $100K buys you $100,000 buys you about $440 to $460. The only difference is going to be property tax base, because in California it's like blanket 1.25 except for special circumstances. In Texas we blanket 1.9 instead of 1.25, which is a big difference in purchase price.
Yeah. Also factor this. So California, Los Angeles, loan limit is like $1 million. Okay. Let's say a smaller town
Texas.
In Buda, Texas, that loan amount's going to be closer to less than $500,000. So that $100,000 can get you more in Texas, but your loan amount is much lower in certain areas of Texas.
Dude, 2 people are watching and Teo's not here. Coincidence? Maybe he's a closet watcher.
Karina, if I build a pool on my backyard, will my house go up in value?
Probably not.
A little bit.
Yeah, probably. It might go up a little tiny bit, but it won't go up as much as it cost you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to cost you $40,000 on the low end, $100,000 on the high end, and it's probably going to go up $10,000.
Yeah, factor that. Suhei, thank you for the love. Sam MVP. Can I get a HELOC if it just started a new job?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe. There is a income calculation, but if you just start a new job, and I'm assuming you worked the last 2 years, and you have equity on your house, and it's below 75% LTV, probably yeah.
Yeah. Dab house.
Dab house.
What's the best chance if I only make $45,000 sadly in California?
Dab house. You need people. You need more co-borrowers. Yeah, you need to get married.
There's awesome cities like Barstow.
You can't buy a house in Barstow for 45 G's. Plus, nobody in Barstow makes 45 G's.
Makes 45,000.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah, I know. $45,000.
What does that get you?
$45,000 is going to get you maybe $1 in California, $160. $160. You're not going to find a $160,000 house in Barstow.
You don't think so?
We're about to find out.
Yeah, we're gonna
He's
find
about to pull up Barstow. Have you been there recently?
No, I have not been there
Pretty
recently.
good shit, man.
400 G.
Yes, I know.
That's multiple units.
All right, cool. Keep
3
going.
bed, 2 bath.
We're trying to find you a house right now in Barstow, California. So we're
I could
dictating
be
your
wrong.
life. We're
I
about to
could be
change
wrong.
your life.
California is expensive.
Yeah, we're about to change your life because you're no longer going to live if you live in Newport. We're about to move you to Barstow. There's going to be a little bit of culture shock. I'm not going to lie, but we're trying to find a $160,000 house in Barstow. We ain't coming up with nothing. 219 is the best we see. Yeah, 219 off of our.
179.
Oh,
2
dude.
bed, 1 bath.
What did I say? $180? No, $160. We're still not there.
Okay.
But we're almost there. You can almost buy a house in Barstow.
With the cosigner.
Almost. With a cosigner, you can do it. We're here.
All right, we're coming up short in Barstow. Sorry, kid.
Oh, dude, here we go.
Where are we going? Nimra, can you still be considered first-time buyer if I with the cosigner? Yes, we already answered that.
Andy the Goat. Oh,
I love the way
shoot.
he enters.
I know. Well. Andy the Goat is in the house.
You're welcome, Jason. Esodilum. Hey, it's Chris and Lee.
Hey, yes it is. Chris and Lee. SODM. Chris and Lee, we're here for you, man.
Buche, thank you. Answered perfectly.
We are here for you, Buche.
Nimra said, sorry, thanks. I missed the first time.
All right, cool. We're here for you, Nimra.
I think it jumped on us. I think we were missing
Yeah,
one.
we got a lot of questions, man. I don't know what to do. Sorry for that typo. Yeah, I am gonna look into that Chevron deference because I never thought about how that would
So help me
affect.
with that. Clarify that for me.
Okay, so what that says is, so the head of a like EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, the person at the top gets appointed by the president. So this is now the top. So now he gets to say these are the rules. This is now the rule or basically law, and it says, hey, the law is you can't dump waste into the pond. Okay? So and now they say, hey, Mr. Corporation, you broke the law. You dumped the waste into the pond, and now they come at him with full force of the U.S. government because you broke the law. But the law was there because this guy was the head of the EPA. So a new president comes in, puts a new head of the EPA, and he goes, no, we don't like that pond anyway. That law doesn't work anymore. So these guys are making laws because of the head of the organization. So Chevron deference says, no, this guy is not empowered to make laws. He is not. He can be appointed and he can make rules, but he can't make laws. So then this law changes whoever the new head of the organization is. So now they elect a new president. The president says, hey, if you elect me, I'll put this guy in as the head. He doesn't see that pond as a very valuable thing. He's going to let you dump. So in that case, I'll give you a lot of money in order to become president, and that's Chevron deference.
That guy doesn't create the laws.
Correct. And now this person is saying that the USDA, they set up the law, but the USDA isn't a law. The USDA is a guarantor of a loan, and the bank gives you the loan, and USDA guarantees it.
Okay, got it. Andy the Goat wants to know, who helps the housing economy more, Trump or a Biden presidency?
I think short-term Biden, long-term Trump. I do think so. Andy the Goat, he has some good questions, but yeah.
I miss you,
Dude,
Andy the Goat. You bring
when
me
you
joy.
show up, Andy the Goat, I'm
bring me joy.
think of the Roman Empire and think of the gladiator pit when they come out, and I'm like, okay, cool. Andy the Goat's in the house. I better pull out the sword because I don't know how this is gonna go.
What does he call you? What does he call you? What do you call him? Andy the
I
Goat?
don't know, Mr. Series 7, I think. Mr.
Yeah,
Series,
this is Series 7.
Yeah.
Rue, can I use my girlfriend's FHA because I used mine already?
Ah, it's cute. That's cute, Rue. That's cute. That's so cute. Rue, no.
First off,
Yeah,
nobody has an FHA.
And second
You
off,
don't
what
get an
kind of
FHA.
man's running around going, hey, I'm going to use my girlfriend's FHA?
Well, a pimp.
I guess so. But
pimp.
Rue, are you a pimp? Are you a pimp
Got
trying to
that
use
strong
you got
hand.
that strong pimp arm? You're like, hey, I'm going to use your FHA. I just want to let you know that. I didn't say no.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
lie, man.
I already had it cocked. I had to use it.
I'm not gonna lie. The guys that get girls to buy them cars and
Oh my
houses and
God.
clothes, there's something to say about
Oh,
that.
here we go.
Something to say about that. Diego, my car lease is up, worth $12,987 residual.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. There's more to this.
Okay, cool.
10,021 Taylor Swift tells me either I get a new car or I walk away with no money. Is that right?
Diego, you're asking car questions on a mortgage loan, on a mortgage
Taylor Swift tells
site. Yeah, Taylor Swift is the new go-to financial planner for a lot of TikTok people.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, but I'm going to give you some basics here. If you're going to Taylor Swift for your financial advice, you probably should not be on a mortgage loan officer's feed to get car financing questions answered. Just trying to help you out.
Well, there's worse people to get advice from.
I agree.
People get from their family members.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
the worst.
I agree. Well, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worse than Taylor
That's
Swift.
the worst.
Well, Taylor
No.
Swift is a billionaire.
Taylor Swift has done something.
Yeah,
people
she's
have
done something.
There's people who have done nothing that are family members that are giving advice.
She's a billionaire.
That's what I mean.
Telling you how to finance a car. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Where are the rates located today for a 30-year conventional or FHA?
That's a good question. Currently, if you went to the New American Funding website, you would see VA 5.75, FHA 5.75, 15-year conventional 5.75, 30-year conventional 6.25.
All right. Renee said, why?
I don't know what Y means.
Andy the Goat.
I'm disappointed in the short. There we go, Mr. Series 7. Here we go, Mr. Goat. I'm disappointed in how short that. What was it? What was the question?
Well.
I know it was a question. I remember the answers.
I don't know.
I don't know. Cool.
Actually, let's go to it.
All right, cool.
Andy the Goat, this is for you.
Who helps the economy
yeah.
more, Trump or Biden? Biden is Biden short-term, Trump long-term.
And that's what's short.
Yeah, that was pretty
He's
short.
trying to bait you, man.
I know.
For the
I
first
know.
time, you're not baited.
But he's like,
You're
no,
so easily
dude,
baited.
No,
You're
I told
so
you,
easily
Gladiator.
baited.
All he did was throw a little freaking side sword at me, and I went ding, and it went flying off in the corner.
You're distracted right now. What's on your mind, man?
I don't know.
Usually people
I
just
don't know.
poke you a little
Yeah,
bit. And
I
you're
don't
like,
know. No, that's not
come
it.
on. Caitlin Bruce. All right, we already answered that one. Nimra, do you think interest rates will drop significantly in the next few months?
No, I think they're going to drop, but I don't think they'll drop significantly. Let me give you the analogy. So let's just say, hey, Nimra, you make $5,000 a month, okay? That's what you make from your job, $5,000 a month. And your boss comes in and says, hey, guess what? You've been doing such a good job. I'm gonna give you pay raise, and your quality of life is about to increase. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna increase, and you're gonna get a pay raise. And you're like, yes. And he tells you, hey, I'm not going to tell you what it is until payday. But once you see on payday, it's going to be good. All right, cool. So your payday comes around and you're used to getting $5,000. And now you get $5,200. And you're like, okay, $5,200. All right. It's not nothing. But it's not enough to change your life. I mean, $200 will give you a restaurant once or twice more a month. A little bit extra spending cash. But it's not enough to change your life. But you can't go shooting at the boss because it's not nothing. It's something. But it's not drastic. So.
Dude, you're creating an environment. You got to close this hard.
All right, cool.
You're creating an environment right now.
If the Fed drops the interest rates 25 basis points in September like they think they are, it's going to make things better. It's not nothing. It's something. But it's not going to be gangbusters. It's not going to drop from 5.5 down to 3. It's not going to happen. You're going to see a little bit of interest rate increase or decrease, and it's going to be better for you.
You upset both me and Andy the Goat.
Dude.
We're both upset. You created this environment, you end like that. But Andy the Goat and Renee S. have the same question. Why short-term Biden? Why long-term Trump?
Good. Short-term Biden, because the economy is on a certain trek. And Chairman of the Federal Reserve is not going to be influenced by Biden. He's not. But policy is influenced by Biden, and sooner or later, what he's doing will start to work a little bit. But it will hurt. It will hurt long term. It will hurt a lot long term. Trump, once a new administration comes in, it's going to go topsy-turvy for a little while. The market does not respond well to uncertainty. It does not say, the market does not go, hey, things are uncertain. We don't know if these policies are going to stay. We don't know what's going to go. Let's make everything cheap. That's not how the market works. The market freaks out at uncertainty. So at uncertainty, everything's going to go, the interest rates are going to go high. Banks are going to back off until they understand what policy is going to be kicked in. Lending's going to get tighter. And as soon as Trump starts dropping the policies down and saying, hey, listen, we're going to get the economy back underway this way. Here's the first step. Here's the second step. Here's the third step. As soon as all those start falling in, then the banks are going to go, yeah, we could do it. We could do with that. Oh, the market's going to go, hey, we see a path. Everything's going to go like that, and then things are going to get better fast. But it's going to be long term, a year to 2 years.
But check this. After that piece of shit took his shot and missed the greatest president of all time, the markets responded positively.
I think
When he
it's
went
so
like
strange.
this,
Yeah, actually, a lot of people
they
were thinking.
responded.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be okay."
Yes. Yes.
Strange.
Yeah,
Very strange.
And globally, too,
Yeah.
not just locally. So we're getting close.
Sam, homes in South Florida are around $350,000 starting price. How much would I get approved for? I don't know.
I don't know, Sam. You didn't give us nothing. You didn't give us income. You
ain't
didn't give
know
us
you,
calculate.
Sam.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know. You don't know me.
Ain't know you.
We ain't know you.
La Kelly. L.A. Kelly, maybe. Easy ways for 1099 employees to get approved for mortgages.
It's super easy, man. Call us,
Super.
and we're done. Call us. We'll take care of it.
Super.
When we're done with you, you're either approved or you're not, and that's a fact.
All right, dudes, call it.
All right, cool. You know what? We appreciate you. We've been Chris and Lee. We are out.